Hello everyone, I'm back with this new tutorial from this playlist where we're gonna convert shader toy codes here that uses GLSL language into SparkSL language. Okay, and today I decided to pick this one here. I think it's nice because you can use it to create like a portal or something like this when you create those world effects where you dive into a different dimension, something like that. So I think this one is interesting, and that's why I chose this one. So to start, let's copy this code here. I'm gonna leave the link here in the description, okay, so you can also copy. And let's paste it here. I create a new project already. Let's create that rectangle so we can test our shader. Fill width, fill height, and create a new material. Let's choose it as flat. And let's bring our texture input to the patch editor. Okay, now let's create our shader code asset. And I'm gonna save the file again. And let's change this default code here. But before we change, let me just connect this one here like this, so we know it's working right now. And now we can replace this default code by the one we copied. So Ctrl V. This one is small compared to the last one, right? So I think it's gonna be easier. So I'm gonna save so that we can check the errors it's gonna give us. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, as always, we have to change the eye time, and this Y resolution. And as I told you before, if you don't remember which function we need to replace here, just go to this documentation. And I'm gonna also leave the link here in the description of the video. And here at the bottom we have this table. It's very useful. That says we can replace the eye time by the get time function. And the eye resolution, we can replace it by the get render target size function. So I'm gonna copy and paste it here. Let's first search for the eye time. Okay, it was used only once, only here. So let's replace it here. Ctrl V. And because I don't want to type every time this std here in front of our functions, let's type here that we're using the namespace std. Okay, in the beginning of our code, we always have to put this so that you can use those functions, like the get time one. And now the eye resolution. Let's create a vec2 eye resolution variable that's going to receive the get render target size. That is the size of the screen. So let's see if this eye resolution variable is used somewhere else. So I'm gonna search it here. Eye resolution. Oh, it's only here inside the main function. So problem is fixed. And another thing that I already explained is that the inputs can't come after the output here as a parameter of this function. So all our inputs should come before. And because we're not using this frag chord here as input, let's delete it. Okay. And the way we're getting our UV here using SparkSL is different. So I'm gonna comment this line and let's create our UV here on SparkSL. So we have to use the fragment function. And inside the fragment function, we have to get the vertex text coordinates. Vertex text coord. This function here. That's gonna return our UV. So I'm gonna save one more time. Ctrl S, and let's check if it worked. Let's see if it's saving. Okay. It gives this error here that is missing a symbol. So when this happens, I like to close our project and open it again. So let's open it again. Let's save. And now it's showing these errors here. Yeah, the global variables has to be constants. So now we have to remove these global variables from here. And let's search in which function they're used. So the time, time. Yeah, I think this variable is not even being used here. So I'm gonna delete it. And this mouse variable, let's see. Yeah, it's not being used as well. That's the only mouse variable here in the code. And this resolution, I don't think it's being used as well. Solution. Yeah, it's not being used as well. So let's save again. And I think you're gonna have to remove this variable here. Let me check. Yeah, the only error now is this one. It's a syntax error because of this precision here. I don't think you can use this on SparkSL. So maybe we can also delete these lines here. I'm gonna comment and see if it's gonna work. Okay, saved it. Compilation finished successfully. Okay, let me drag our shader again here and press play and connect. And now it's working, but I think you need to make some adjustments in the UV. Let's see in the widescreen. Yeah, you can see that the center of our portal is here at the point 0, 0, right? 0 on X and 0 on Y. So I think we're gonna have to move the 0, 0 point to the middle of the screen. So in the last tutorial, I showed how we can check this. We can check how our UV looks like here on Spark. Okay, I'm gonna use the uv.x, uv.y. The b is gonna be 0 and the alpha is gonna be 1. Oh, and here is a vec4. Let's save. Okay, here is the UV inside Spark. And if you want to check the UV here, we can do the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna just copy this here. Copy this line and paste it here. You can see that the UV is shifted and the Y is inverted. The 0, 0 point is here instead of here. On Spark, the point 0, 0 is here and 1, 1 is here. And to fix this, let's add some lines here. After our UV, let's shift 0.5 in both directions. So UV minus equals 0.5. Let's see. It was shifted to the right and to the bottom. And in this line here, it divides the resolution in the X direction by the resolution in the Y direction. So the length in the X direction is going to depend on the length in the Y direction. And this way, our UV texture won't be distorted. So after that, what I have to do now is invert the UV in the Y direction. So uv.y times equals -1. Okay, -1.0. Let's save. Yeah, we fixed the UV. I'm doing this because this is our second tutorial where I'm showing how you can make that. But after this tutorial, I'm gonna just copy and paste those lines here. Oops, those lines here. so I don't have to explain this in every video, okay? And now let's comment this last line and see if it's working. Yeah, now we have our portal here. So let's see now in portrait mode. Yeah, in portrait mode, I think the portal is too big, right? So now I'm gonna create an if statement that's gonna change the value of the aspect ratio depending on the width of the screen, okay? So if it's a wide screen, if the X direction is greater than the Y direction, we're gonna use one aspect ratio. And if it's smaller, I'm gonna use another one. So let's create this if statement here. So if the eye resolution, that is the width, right? It's greater than the height. So it means this is a wide screen. The UVX is gonna have the following value. This aspect ratio value here. That's the division of the width by the height. Otherwise, the UV.Y is gonna be equals the aspect ratio, but this time it's gonna be Y divided by X. Let's see if it worked. Yeah, now it's perfect. And if we increase the screen here, we have the nice circle in both screens, okay? And that's it for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give a like and comment in the video if you're liking this playlist, so I can make more videos about this, okay? So see you next time. Bye.